What's going on? Live in action on YouTube. So hey, what's going on? Listen, live on YouTube. If when y'all jump on, y'all might see this shop behind me, which is Zillow. I'm in the area called Cincinnati. Just showing y'all we still got a pretty hot market, and houses are still selling for high prices. Still some houses on the market that's having price reductions and price cuts, but overall, it's still a strong market here in Cincinnati. You see, this is around the area called North College Hill, Mount Healthy. Um, yeah, which is ain't a bad part of Cincinnati, but definitely you can see the market is still hot, and me just being in this real estate game, I see a lot of out of town investors from like California, Virginia, though Arizona, investing in places like Cincinnati because it holds a strong market. Whether that's if you buying and holding or if you fixing and flipping, Cincinnati does have a strong market. I can attest to that. I mean, I got a 1 bedroom house here that's listed for 189, and we got an offer accepted at full price. Definitely in a good area. Right now, I'm going through inspection period to where I got to get a few things fixed before this closing date. So staying out of my head and being optimistic and also realistic to get these things done. And I'm looking to do more fix and flips. So if you on this live and you in the Cincinnati area or know somebody in this area that's looking to do any flips or got any flip opportunities, reach out to me. I'm open. I'm an open book. I'm always giving out game. I ain't holding no knowledge. I'm gonna spread it because I wish this happened to me a long time ago. But yeah, I jumped into real estate and got into wholesaling, and still wholesaling to this day. At the moment, I do got a vacant lot under contract. So if anybody on here know anybody looking for a vacant lot that's split into two parcels, you can build a single family or a multi-family on each of these parcels. Uh, Looking to move these like ASAP. And honestly, I got a potential buyer in place already. So let's see how this turns out. But yeah, if you jumped on this live, you're going to see this screenshot of Zillow in the back. I'm just showing that Cincinnati is still a hot market. It's still a lot of houses being sold here, and they going on the market. It's a lot of land being sold here, so strong market. Even with interest rates as high as it is, it's still a strong market. I'm tapped in with quite a few realtors, other investors, and lenders, and I can hear it from all perspectives of from the lending side, from the realtor side, even the investor side, which I'm on. I mean, when you buying these properties, the only how you know if you buying it is when you. The only know how you know if it's a deal is when you buying it. When you buy it, you should be able to buy it at a price to where if you want to turn around the next minute and sell it, you can make some profit. That's a formula that I'm sticking with. It is proven. I mean, I done seen, or I ain't gonna say I've seen, but I have seen and heard you know, people get into real estate deals that it's a challenge, and next thing you know, it ain't turning out how they hoped or wanted it to, and it leaves a sour taste in their mouth to further invest, you know, in real estate. So I always, you know, preaching. I gotta hold myself accountable, and when I'm out here looking to purchase property, that I'm buying it at the right number, and not just, you know, got my emotions in it. This is one of them businesses you gotta kind of, I ain't gonna say kind of, but you gotta leave your emotions out. You can't get emotionally attached. It's a business. We all want to win, so we all got to do ethical business. But yeah, if you jumped on this live, I appreciate everybody who done hit that like button. I'm definitely looking to connect and see what YouTube got to offer. Sometimes I do be in my head and be like, man, I don't want to jump on here. Or sometimes like I say, I just be in my head sometimes. But anytime I'm feeling pressure or back against the wall, that's when I can perform even better. I find out, oh, you is good at maneuvering or facing adversity or whatnot. So yeah, if you're jumping on this live and you see this screenshot, it's a screenshot of Zillow, and I'm just showing this market in Cincinnati, showing we still got a hot market here. It's still property that's going up uh, for a lot of money, and I ain't saying people waiving inspections, but you may see price cuts here and there. Even with interest rates, these properties is still selling. Like I said, I'm working on my third rehab, but it's a weird situation where my first rehab is finna become my second one sold. I can fill some details in, but it's in a nice area called Norwood, and when I say when I even got into this deal a couple years ago, I was looking at these numbers and was like, whoa, this property at the time, this was what, 2002, the end of 2002. Yeah, we got this property for like 75,000, and at the time, it was a hot market. I was saying this property can sell for at least, and this is a one bedroom at that. I was saying we could sell this thing for at least 165, and this was back in 2002. So now we in 2025. I'm just getting this property listed, and my number was at 189, and we got an offer at that full price offer. So, and that was even kind of being conservative with my numbers. Hey, what's going on? What's going on? Appreciate y'all jumping on here. Yeah, we on here talking about real estate. I got this screenshot of Zillow on the back, just showing that Cincinnati is a hot market. I appreciate y'all if y'all hit that like button. What's going on with 50 Cent? How you doing? Nah, I ain't 50 Cent. Many men. I do like music. I love music. That's what I got it. I was into before I was into real estate. I used to do a lot of music production, far as producing songs, making beats. I shot videos, commercials. I'm an audio video type of guy, but I done shifted into real estate. So now I'm incorporating the audio and video into the real estate game that I'm in. So but yeah, I ain't 50. 50 got a lot going on as well. I mean, trust me. 50, he know how, he's a marketing genius, put it that way. Once I become a marketing genius, yeah, we're gonna compare me to 50. Unit. But listen, anybody on here know anybody near Cincinnati or connected to Cincinnati? I'm always looking for opportunity in Cincinnati, since it's my background, it's my backyard. So I did a little investing on some surrounding areas like Kentucky, Dayton, some Columbus, Toledo, but I ain't went too far because I'm honed in on my backyard, which is Cincinnati. So if y'all know any opportunities, or if y'all looking to learn more about real estate and don't know where to start, reach out to me with some questions. I can point you in the right direction. I can even give you some feedback from my standpoint. Um, but yeah, right now I'm working on this deal where I got a piece of land under contract. Um, Looking to find an end buyer. So I got one in place potentially, and I got a JV partner on this deal because I'm used to flipping houses, and I came across a land opportunity probably 4 months ago. I found this piece of land. I was driving for dollars, and it was a for sale by owner sign in this lot. And I took the information down, tried to call this guy, couldn't get him on the phone. So let's say fast forward 2.5, 3 months later, just periodically calling this number, trying to get him on the phone. And one day he did answer, and we got to talking. Long story short, it's a vacant lot. You can build a single family on here. The owner wanted 5,000. I didn't honor that. I mean, he did start off at 5,000. I threw out what, 2,500. Or no, I said 2,000. Hey, if you on here, hit that like button. I really appreciate it. Like I say, the owner, he threw out 5,000 he wanted for this piece of land. I threw out 2,000 because it's always best to come in low and then bump it up instead of being up high and then coming down low. So he was at 5, I was at 2. He dropped this 5 to 4. I was still at 2. He dropped his 4 to 3,500. I bumped mine up to 2,500. At the end of the day, we ended up agreeing on $3,000 at first. So I had it under contract for $3,000 for about a week and a half, maybe a week, because I had reached out to this local county to see if this lot was even buildable or whatnot. So a week later, I go back to the seller and say, hey, I'm looking at purchasing this lot for myself, and I'm looking at these closing costs. I haven't got I can't schedule a survey to get the lot surveyed. That's going to take at least 60 to 90 days before I get somebody out there. So doing all of this due diligence once I got it under contract, which is a good thing. I ain't wasting time. So like I said, a week later, I get a price reduction from $3,000 to 2,800, which ain't that much, but I was looking at potentially paying at least $575 in closing costs. So he was willing to bump it down to 2,800. We agreed, got the moving forward. Title search came back clean. Now it's up to me to go ahead and get this to the closing. So as me looking at myself as the buyer, I went to go ride past this lot one more time because the whole time I got it under contract, it was snow on the ground. It was freezing outside. So I didn't just go back and ride past this lot once I had it under contract. But I did once it was time to close on it. I went back and rolled past this lot and actually walked this lot and was like, it's not a good fit for me because it was close to a highway. Even though, it was a rental property that would have been built there, it was close to the highway. It was a lot of trees you would have had to deal with because that part of the city wanting to dealt with it. It looked like it It was some trash thrown on there. So I was just like, nah, this ain't a good fit for me. So once I figured out it wasn't a good fit for me, I chose to wholesale it. And all I did was put it on my local RIA site, and I didn't go crazy with the price because I know how to price stuff to where it can move fast. That's one thing, the numbers got to make sense. If you want the deal to move fast, you got to price it aggressively to where you know, hey, this thing is gonna sell itself. I know that for sure. So once I knew I wasn't gonna buy it, I upped the price and put it on my local RIA site. The very next day, I started getting texts and calls interested in this vacant lot. So I entertained the first person who said they had interest just to see what they was talking about. Well, I met at the lot and I didn't have the information they was looking for, which when you buying stuff cash, you do got to do some due diligence on your own. I ain't finna do everything. I'm already doing enough by providing value, bringing this deal to the table. So from there, you do your due diligence is priced right, and we can move forward. This potential buyer didn't think I had the right information ready to move this lot, so they leaned on me to go ahead and get this information, which I was still doing due diligence on my end, but I'm looking to move this thing because I only had it open for like 30 days and I'm already like 15, 16 days in on this contract. So once they wasn't a good fit, the next day I'm out checking out a property with a fellow investor, and I just started getting a few calls about this lot that I got under contract. The first person who called me, boom, hey, no, matter of fact, it was a lady. She called me and she was like, hey, I'm interested in that line, and I want to move forward and everything. So she threw out her offer price of 4,000. So I was like, okay, we can move forward. Once I get things wrapped up, I'll get these documents together and send them to you. Next thing you know, I get off the phone with her. I go walk this property. I get done, and next thing you know, I get a call. A guy, he asking, hey, I'm interested in that lot. I'm like, hey, it's already under contract. He not even caring. He like, how much? I can pay a little more. So I went with his offer because he upped this price at least $250 more than what I had under contract. So me being the man in the middle, the first potential buyers who threw out a price that I said, let's go. I went back to them because I seen them at my local RIA meeting in person, and I had a personal conversation, and they was wondering why I didn't send over this paperwork right away. I wanted to have this conversation. Hey, I got another offer that came in higher than y'all's. Is there anything y'all can do to match or beat that? And they did come in higher than that offer. So I did go with this one because they is local. We is, talking face to face. I like the personal connections. True enough, I don't mind doing business online with people I don't know, but this was more personal. So I ended up going with them. We ended up closing less than a week later. The guy who I had under contract, he was happy. The buyer was happy. Me in the middle, I'm somewhat happy because at the end of the day, anything that I do touch or get under contract is more than likely got a guaranteed chance of closing. And that's my one thing. I just make sure I try to perform on any opportunity that I do come across. And yeah, that's enough of me. I ain't gonna keep rambling and scrambling, but if y'all definitely on here, I appreciate all the likes that came through. I appreciate everybody who jumped on here and jumped off. I appreciate all the comments. Just looking to see what YouTube got to offer. And like I say, man, we gonna keep our head down. We're gonna stay home then and make the most of the situation. It's a lot of space and opportunity. And you gotta move with integrity. And I got this property that's on the market. I'm getting this work done because it came back from inspection, but I ain't really been wanting to entertain going over to this property, man, because I am done with this property. I've been in this deal for over 2 years, so just burnt out with this property. But at the end of the day, it's all business. But a partner of mine, I still got a few things in this basement that I need to go clear out. And like I say, I've been procrastinating going over there, which I will probably be over there tomorrow, maybe Thursday. Tomorrow, maybe Thursday. Get with a few items out this basement. It's my junk right there. Paint buckets and just some little loose junk. I could pay my brother to remove it for me, just so I ain't gonna go in there. But if anything, I'm gonna go out there. So yeah, man, listen, if you on here, hit that like button. I appreciate it. It was another I know I've been talking about this land, but this is the piece of land that I got under contract. And this is one piece of land that's split into two parcels. You can build a single family, multi-family, it don't matter, that's up to you. So we finna get this thing to close, you feel me? We gonna walk this one down to the closing table. I'm gonna say if we don't close this week, we should be closing next week on this land deal that I'm working. Land, anybody look for land? If you is on here, hit that like button. I'm talking about this land deal that I'm working on in the Cincinnati market. It's still hot. It's still hot, you feel me? Is y'all here getting to that paper? You feel me? I used to do this thing called the daily dollar. I used to, touch money daily. I can't say that right now because I'm into a certain different field, but them checks do come, but they not daily. But I still operate as if I'm chasing that daily dollar. That's an insider that me and my better half knows about, the daily dollar. Some of these comments I cannot entertain because that is not me. Listen, I'm solid. Come on. I don't even play like that. Listen, but we talking about real estate deals in the Cincinnati market. It's hot. It's burning. We got price reductions, but still things is being sold. You feel me? We still getting deals closed. Like I say, y'all see that? Y'all looking at money. That's a vacant lot. Y'all living in the city and y'all see vacant lots and y'all ain't doing nothing about it. Y'all leaving money on the table. We not leaving money on the table. And between me and y'all, this run that I'm on is personal. So even with certain deals that I do come across, I don't put stuff up there for bragging rights. I like to keep it in the vault, keep it in my vault so I can know, hey, you accomplished this. The whole world ain't gotta know, but you accomplished this and you can accomplish more. Keep going. You feel me? So that's my main thing. I get out of my head. You know, if it's a situation that I'm dealing with and I don't know all the answers, I pull in people that I know that got connections, because that's one thing in this business. You ain't got to know everything. You just got to know certain people. And that's even with me. Like, I'm closed over 20 wholesale deals. I don't know everything that title agent does. I know the basics, the outlines, but I don't know every intricate detail of title search and all of that. But I let them play their role. I do my role. The seller do their role. And once it come all together, that's like a puzzle that was meant to come together. You know, I'm just putting pieces together. Or sometimes I just might be the glue in between, you know, making things happen. That's one thing too, man. Can't be greedy. You gotta be, you know, like me. I just connect dots. Connecting dots meaning, oh, it's an opportunity over there that might not work for me, but I know it might work for my guy over here. So let me connect these dots. And the beauty of that, it is a joy to see me connect certain people together and see things happen, business grow. So connect them dots. Don't be greedy. Partner up if it makes sense, and get out your head. Get out your head, because every day I tell myself, man, hey, I got this idea. I might be brainstorming on this opportunity in front of me. I don't know if it is a good fit for me. So when it comes to that point and I start talking in my head and being a million billion thoughts going on at once, I remind myself, get out your head, you know, make a few calls, talk to a few people, get some feedback, just so I can get out my head, because it ain't always good to be in your head. I mean, it's a lot that goes on up here, and it do start with vision. It's a lot of things that I done just had a little thought of, and that little thought, I done kept thinking it over time. Next thing you know, I done spoken to existence and seen how it played out. So, listen, appreciate y'all jumping on. Yeah, I mean, it is some equity there. It definitely is. Um, and I ain't gonna say, I mean, it's just opportunity everywhere. This lot is not in the best part of town, but it's still opportunity here. If I ain't the one to take advantage of this opportunity, somebody behind me or down the road is gonna come and take advantage of this opportunity. So I try to do my best taking advantage of any opportunity. This ain't in the best part of Cincinnati. It's in an area called Price Hill, which some of this area is coming up, but it's gonna take a lot longer. But it's definitely an up and coming area, and yeah, definitely, man. So now I'm gonna flip this piece of land. Right now I'm under contract, and we should be closing, if not the end of this week, next week. I'll keep y'all posted. Now I don't remember. I was on a meeting last night. Matter of fact, I had some sports bets going last night. Man, anybody on here be into sports betting? Y'all be cooking up them parlays with sports betting apps y'all be using. 'Cause I'm not heavy into it, even though it is fun. It's even funner when you're making that money. Yeah, let's talk about last night when I closed that deal or got that contract. You feel me? Got that contract signed last night. Sent it over to the title agent last night. And I got the title agent to do a title search last night. So that was all we was doing last night, was real estate, getting deals locked up, making transactions happen. You feel me? If you is on this live, hit that like button. I got this piece of land back here that we should be closing on by the end of next week. Hit that like button, hit that like button. Let me show y'all, we got this hot market here in Cincinnati. Cincinnati's still hot. Yeah, they wilding in the chat, man. Keep on wilding. Wow, how y'all wild? Cause it ain't gonna make or break me, man. I'm here to try to build and connect. I mean, at the end of the day, we just specks on this earth. If you was to look at this screenshot behind me and just imagine you a speck, you can't even see that speck. So just think of that. It's a million, billion, trillion of us on this earth, and we just specks. So I get why people just look for attention the wrong way. I mean, they might not be getting heard at home in their household, in their school, at their job. So, you know, people do seek attention in different ways. This is the way I seek attention. You feel me? I jump on these lives, and I ain't gonna say I'm the most comfortable person to speak in front of a crowd, but I can jump on here and speak about what I know about, and I can attest to what I know about. And at the end of the day, if you ain't into real estate and y'all have thought about it, quit thinking about it. I ain't gonna say quit thinking about it, but definitely take that step forward to get closer to what you're trying to learn about in real estate, because there's plenty of opportunities. I got bit by that real estate bug, and boy, it's still itching. Thanks, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate that comment. God gives you your potential. Yes, he do. Amen to that. You know, that's one thing too, man. I ain't heavy into church, but my wife's mom, she's definitely is, and my wife, she grew up in church as well. So one thing we doing is making it a way to attend church at least once a month. We starting there because all our weekends ain't always free, but we definitely got to devote time to the Lord and God, and pay our respect, because we as God-fearing people, we do move righteous. We ain't out here doing unethical business. We ain't out here trying to get over on people. We trying to get it the right way. I'm not greedy on opportunities. Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, jumping on them land and in them trap houses, them crack houses. Listen, I say that to myself still to this day, because I can ride around some parts of downtown Cincinnati and be like, man, I remember when I was young, this was, or when we lived over here, this was, it was the boarded up houses, all of these opportunities that I never thought would be possible until I got in real estate back in 2019. At the end of 2019, that's when my journey started, and yeah, so I still do ride through them neighborhoods and take those addresses down, contact those owners of those trap houses, crack houses, boarded up houses, those vacant abandoned houses. I mean, that's where I see a lot of opportunity at, to where once I'm talking to one of these owners and they know I am human and definitely trying to make the best of this opportunity, we meet at the mast. First, it might be a wall up here, a brick wall when I call this person. And they so on guard, ain't trying to talk, they had a bad experience. And once they talk to me, that brick wall get to breaking on down. And next thing you know, it's broke all the way down, and I'm in the property checking it out, and they want to do business with me. And this, I came across maybe one unicorn. A unicorn meaning I called this person maybe once or twice. We got on the phone, we had a good conversation, and next thing you know, they was ready to sell their property, and we had it under contract within like the next day or two. One of them, I don't come across them all the time, but when you do, You gotta move. You gotta take advantage. You gotta move fast. Anytime I'm dealing with giving an offer to a homeowner, I'm moving fast, quick. You feel me? I can't waste time. I like to build rapport. If I possibly can get out there and see the property before giving an offer, yeah. But if it makes sense to talk about it over the phone, let's do that. And I'm quick at submitting the contract to let you know I'm super serious. That's what puts me ahead of some of my competition because I can move pretty quick when it comes to getting offers, possibly getting in front of you. You know, just got to move ethical, got to be quick. You can't be forcing nobody to do business with you. You got to let it just come to you. And I learned a good way to put myself out there because I am part of my local Cincinnati Real Estate Association. No, I'm part of my local Real Estate Investors Association, and it's of Greater Cincinnati. And this community helped me to get where I am now. And I mean, I did do audio video production before I got into real estate, and that helped me, know how to control the mic, hold my tone, you know, good breath when I'm rapping and singing and doing all of this. Cause trust me, that still be on my mind too. I still be wanting to jump on some of my beats and make songs, but it's so much space and opportunity in this real estate. I ain't really put the real estate on the back seat for a little just to get back into the music, but who knows what's to come. I got two beauties that might be into some music or whatever, but what I was saying, yeah, man, I mean, these opportunities, they come. This ain't for the faint of heart. You got to be in this every day. And a lot of times I'll be wondering, like, man, why am I doing this? Am I getting the results? I mean, is this gonna pay off in the long run? Is it? But I can say what you how I want to say that. You get out what you put in. Put it that way. So when people ask me, man, how's real estate, how's wholesaling, how's it going? I always revert to that, man. It's gonna go how you make it go, and I mean, what you put out is what you get in. I mean, these deals ain't just gonna fall in my lap. I ain't to that point to where deals are just falling in my lap. Sometimes they do. Sometimes if somebody hit me up and be like, man, what you think of this or what you think of that, and so in a sense, deals do come across my table, but they ain't just falling in my lap. People running to me, hey, Brandon, I got this deal or got this opportunity. Now I'm doing a lot of that groundwork right now to where certain people I hit up with opportunity. Hey, what you think about this? What you think about this? And I'm around some legit people who really doing this business, and they ain't scared to give me honest feedback. Cause I ain't trying to have somebody fluff my ears up just because it sound good. Nah, tell me the real. Like a situation I got right now. Where's this property? We was trying to move it for cash, and the cash offers we was getting was a lot lower than what we got under contract for. So went back to this owner and tried to do a price reduction, but he would not budge on that price. So we still at the same price, but the good thing is the owner is open to financing. So once he opened his mouth and said he would be open to financing, right here let me know, hey, I need to get on my financing offers more. I know I like to present the cash, but after that I need to remember offer financing if the cash ain't working. So this seller, he agreed to finance this property with $10,000 down. The remainder can get financed for 4 years at 1%. Man, this deal was so attractive. But in real estate, what's the main thing? Location, location, location. This property ain't in the best location. So it was a give and take to where it was like, okay, even though he wanting this financing on this property, the deal could make sense, but the location is like a tricky part, and also it's a shared driveway that could hinder this property because who wants to live in a property and it's a shared driveway, limited parking? But these are things in my head and trying to be realistic about this situation. So I was in my head about purchasing this property for 10,000 down. I was gonna pay this wholesaler 3 to 5 thousand, and I would still have to pay a balance of like 17,000 for the next 4 years at 1% interest. So I was in my head thinking like, yeah, this might be the one. My first rental property. It's a mixed use storefront on the bottom, 2 apartments on top. And remind you, this thing needs full rehab. I don't even know if I got pictures of this, but I would like to show it if I do. But yeah, I don't know if I got pictures. I can check. But yeah, this thing needed a full rehab, man. I'm telling you. I'm like, hey, this could be the one. So I'm in my head for about a week, thinking like, yeah, this might be the one. Then I get out my head because something telling me like, man, I'm in my head about it like, yeah, this could be the one. But for some reason, I ain't pulling the trigger on moving forward. And I could have moved forward ASAP. But like I say, you got to go with your gut feeling. Something wasn't telling me to just jump on it. So I end up calling uh, a fellow investor of mine just to, get some of his feedback. And he said some of the realest stuff to me, man. I mean, even though I'm on my third rehab and I'm using private money, he said some of the realest stuff to me, and I really appreciate him for that. I mean, he asked me straight up, man, have you did any rehabs by yourself? I mean, not saying like you partnering up with others, to get this done. True enough, you're using private money or hard money. Have you actually did one yourself to where you dealing with the contractor, you dealing with the lender, and you got control of this? And it hit different. It hit different because even though I'm into 3 rehabs, my first one was me partnering up with a private lender, which I let this private lender kind of get a little more control in the deal, so it was more like a partnership lender type of thing. So I didn't have full control over what was happening to this property. I had control over majority of what was happening, but not full control. So my second rehab, I partnered up with a friend of mine. He brought the money to the table and some contractors. It was almost like another uh, partnership, like lender deal. So I wasn't controlling this one either. So I done got into a third rehab with the same partner from my second deal, and I still ain't got full control or whatnot over this deal, which is okay. I mean, it's learning. I'm using other people's capital to make capital. So when my buddy hit me about this and said, man, have you did your own rehab with you controlling everything for the contractors, subcontractors, you dealing with the lenders, you dealing with, the title agent, and it hit different. I can speak about all of this, but I haven't done my own rehab where it's just me solo dolo. And once it get to that point, let's go. And it's finna get to that point. Just looking for the right rehab. I ain't trying to get in too far off my head, but I am looking for a rehab I can put. I'm looking at from 30 to 40, If it was just 20, okay, but I'm looking to purchase a property where I can put at least 30 to 40 to max, and I'm running this whole rehab, looking to get a return, a quick return. I would say I would like to do a rehab that takes me less than 45 days to get it purchased, rehabbed, and on the market. So if y'all know anybody in the Cincinnati area who got any property, uh, definitely definitely serious. I'm finna show y'all this property that I was potentially looking at buying for myself. See at the bottom right here, this is a storefront. This thing's so junky. I mean, I was walking on probably at least a foot of junk. Old pop bottles, cans, junk, chips, bread, anything you can name that was in the convenience store. It was on the floor of this property, and I had to walk through it just to see what was in there. So like I say, this is the bottom, this is the storefront. Up here is a 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom apartment, which possibly could be a 2, 1.5, possibly a 3, 1. And then on top up here, it's a 1-bed, 1-bathroom apartment. And like I say, this name of this game is cash flow. I'm into active income, so I don't got passive income at the moment. So the thing is, I'm striving for that passive income, and this opportunity was screaming passive income. I was gonna rehab this and lease it out for at least 12 to 1,400 a month, probably more like 12, just to make sure it stayed with some income coming. And then I was gonna rehab and fix this apartment up here, 2-bed, 1 bath in this area. I know I can get at least 1150 conservative. Then I was gonna go up to the 1-bedroom, rehab that, get that rented out. And that 1-bedroom in this area definitely could, I would say conservative 900. And just being conservative with my numbers, making sure if I'm taking out this hard money that I can get out of real quick, and then qualify and get into this DSCR loan for the long term. As long as these payments from this 1-bedroom, this 2-bedroom, and this storefront, which combine, I say a conservative 3,300 a month. I don't know what that payment would have looked like far as DSCR, but I was looking at cash flow. But I would have been over my head, because me rehabbing this property by myself, it would have took some time. I do got a GC that I'm definitely looking at working with, but it's a few moving parts in my world right now, to where if I did take on this rehab, it would take up a lot of my time, because even though I'm hiring a GC, I'm gonna still be out there to make sure things is going exactly as right as they could, because I'm using money that ain't mine, and I ain't got time to mess up some money. One second, man. Y'all take a look at this. Hey, hit that like button too, man. If y'all don't hear, man, hit that like button for me. Hey, hit that like button. Hit that like button if you're on there. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. Back in action, back in action. Hit that like button. What we got on here? Yeah, hey, trust me. I don't know how to cook no meth and do all that, but listen, it's a bunch of that foot traffic in this area. Like I say, this is in an area called Price Hill. If you see on the side of this building right here, it's a driveway that's shared. So this property doesn't have its own driveway. It's a shared driveway in between this driveway and it's another property on this side to where, you know, it's a shared driveway that they sharing. So this ain't the sexiest property. The location it is, you will get business. Now, one thing I was thinking about with this property was, you know, rehabbing it, taking away, because it got a door you can come through to come into the convenience store right here, but I would probably make this like a serving window where nobody could come in and just cook chicken and fish with some other little finger foods that, you know, make a lot of money. That was what I was thinking far as if I was to keep it and be leasing out this storefront part. Take away that storefront and make it more of like a restaurant, because right across the street from this property it's a car wash, and right next to that car wash they built in this huge brewery, and the brewery is gonna bring in some business. This thing is huge. I don't even know what the name of the brewery is, but the reason why I say, you know, it's gonna bring some business is because I stay in an area where it was a bowling alley that's been here for as long as I known it. It's been a bowling alley. The last 3-4 years it had closed, and no one knew what it was gonna be. And next thing you know, they turned it into a brewery. And when I say, I mean it stayed packed. It stayed with a nice crowd. That's why I say that this brewery in this area definitely gonna bring a nice crowd. And the prices that they be having in this brewery next to me, I'm like, yeah, them prices for whoever don't mind paying for it. Even though I don't mind going there occasionally to order some food or something, but that ain't something I'm just finna just be spending my money at weekly. I mean, I don't even like eating restaurant food that much. No way. I mean, it's too pricey. I mean, shoot, I can spend my talents in the kitchen whipping it up. Take my talents to the grocery store. And question, who all in here is like Sam's or Costco's members? Because I do value them prices versus Kroger's, Walmart. Massive opportunity right here though. And we talking about this real estate opportunity. Appreciate you jumping on, Heaven. But yeah, we talking about this real estate opportunity that I was potentially looking to take on as my first property that I would acquire. It's a mixed unit. It got a storefront right here, apartment up here, and apartment up here. It need a full rehab, but just talking to some partners that that made me reset my expectations and say, hey, this ain't the one. This ain't the one. And that's one thing you just gotta, verify, talk about. Don't just jump into these real estate deals because they out here. Every deal ain't a deal. No, I wouldn't turn into a regular home. I would put that storefront back there. I would rehab that, possibly take away that window and make it like a serving window. I don't know if I would want people in this area coming in to my convenience store or a little restaurant, but I would serve fish and chicken, maybe some fries, some other little finger foods out of here, or I would lease it to somebody who would want to, start a little restaurant business. But up here, I was gonna rehab this apartment. This is a 2-bed, 1 bathroom that needs a full rehab, and on top of there is a 1 bed, 1 bath that I was gonna rehab, and just get this property back in stable condition. It's in an area it's gonna take some time to get it up and coming, because this is sort of a rough neighborhood. It's a lot of foot traffic. You might see you're gonna see a lot over in this area. Same for the faint of heart, but at the same time, it's always opportunity. So you gotta look past some of the things and factor in other things. So, but that was my main thing. I was looking at possibly rehabbing this property, getting it back up in stable condition, because we got it under contract. We was trying to move it as a wholesale deal, but this owner, his prices, he ain't budging on the price. So what's making it even more attractive is we offering financing for this property. So right now, I'm asking $15,500 down payment, and you can pay the remainder of the balance off for the next 4 years at 1% interest. What was what before it became available? What was this property or the price? I even was talking to this homeowner and was like, why you stop running the store? How long has it been down? I mean, this property been vacant for over 10 years, put it that way. Matter of fact, do I got any picture I can show the inside, because it got spooky. Yeah, this property was operating as a convenience store down there, and it was 2 apartments up there, so it was pretty cash flowing, I would say, at some point, but that had to have been over 10-15 years ago. And now this area is turning, but it's a slow turn. It's a slow turn before you get this area to fully turn. I mean, but me, I grew up in areas not too far from here, so some people be looking like, oh, I ain't even finna touch near that area. But me growing up in these areas when I was younger, and then now I'm into real estate, I look at these areas and things as opportunities. So yeah, but yeah, this property was definitely operating as a storefront. You can walk in there, go and get your beer, your cigarettes, your candy, your chips, anything you name. It was in this convenience store. I don't know if I got any pictures on this phone. Let me see, where do I got pictures at? Maybe once. And when I went in there, I got my full walk maybe once. And when I went in there, I got my full walkthrough of my video and my pictures. But yeah, I say I ain't stepping back in there. couple pictures, but they ain't. Let me see. Yeah, that is true. Man, not to jump subjects, but man, Bengals, I'm from Cincinnati, man. They just franchise tagged T. Higgins. Oh man, I don't got no video. I'm on them. I might have a quick video I can show, but these pictures ain't popping up like I. Am I on the right? One second. I'm about to say. Now, I know y'all can't see, but I got a video. Let me see this inside. This guy's spooky. I don't know if y'all can see, but dang, with that green screen. I'm gonna just show y'all a video of the inside. That's the back of this property. These is the type of properties I'd be like, boy, what is you doing? This thing is hit, back door gone. Can y'all see that? Put that in the chat if y'all can see. Basement is hit. I mean, trash everywhere. Yeah, I wouldn't walk in here. Yeah, I'll be strapped up and everything walking through these properties. So look, we still in the basement. We finna walk up these stairs right here, and this is gonna lead to the back of this storefront. Wait till y'all see the junk on the back. Look at all that. I'm walking on at least a foot or two of trash. I don't know what's under here. It could be a body. It could be rodents. Who knows? Now we getting closer. We in the room that's next to the storefront. Like it could have been a kitchen area. If y'all is into buying property like this, man, let me know, because it's available. So look, yeah, we in the storefront. I'm in here asking, hey, would y'all go through this to get a wholesale property, a property under contract to wholesale? Can y'all see that? I don't know if y'all can see it, but I'm trying. That's junky. So yeah, man, that's the property. That's the inside. That's just the storefront right there. And when I went out here, listen, it was cold. It was probably 5 below zero. And I was inside this property. This is me going up the stairs to the second apartment, right? I don't know if y'all can see it, but going up to the to the apartments upstairs. The apartment on the second floor, which is right here, we had to kick this door in just to get in the apartment. They had to kick that door in because a squatter was in there asleep, and we didn't even know. Look, I'm like, whoa. Look, my boy, he's like, yeah, he in there asleep, man. Let him. I say, man, listen, we just coming to get some pictures and we out of here. But yeah, you dealing with a squatter that's just been holding this property down for probably the last 10 years. I don't know. Exactly, yeah. Exactly. You might be looking at that building and be like, man, that thing been boarded up or it look like it's been burnt up for years. There ain't no money there, man. Big corporations is coming in buying these properties for pennies on the dollar, and they might go in there, they might replace the windows, get the outside looking good, and board it up and hold on to it for who knows how long before somebody come and offer them a crazy price that they sell it to, or they sit on it and and when they see activity going on in the area, that's when they give it attention to start renovating and doing all of this. So it definitely is. And if you didn't seen worse than that, then yeah, you definitely know what rim of space I'm in. Um, I know this ain't, I can't say this is one of the worst properties I have walked. I remember a few years ago, I walked this property this guy was living in, and I just could not believe. I mean, yeah, some of these conditions these people be living in, and I ain't here to talk about nobody because I'm still trying to get it myself. But when I see certain situations, it make me think like, man, and I had talk to myself, had to talk to God and be like, just keep me on the right path and keep my mind right so I don't end up in no situation near like this. I want to always prosper, be good enough to where, I'm fortunate enough to give back type of thing. So, yeah, it's crazy that some of these conditions that people live in that you couldn't. And not even that. When I see a person living in a certain condition, and like I say, I'm not here to talk about nobody because that ain't what I do. But it's to a point where it's like, if this tenant is renting this property and living like this, the landlord, what he living like? What's going on with him for a property to be this distressed or whatnot? So yeah, exactly, and that's the thing. I mean, when it's that type of activity, you hear a lot of killings and cops, and you see prostitutes, and you see the whole nine in this area. I mean, listen, it happens in every city. It got some of these type of areas going on. So, like I said, I done grew up in these type of areas. I am cautious. I do move diligent. I'm always trying to keep my head on the swivel. Or if I'm going in certain areas where it's even rougher, if I'm going out there by myself, I'm always notifying somebody, hey, I'm finna be over here looking at this property. I'm in this area at this time, so just to give you that heads up. More than likely, I'm always including one of a partner, a friend, or somebody who's willing to walk this property with me for safety, security, because at the end of the day, I'm trying to make it home back to my family just like y'all. Feel me? Because life is precious. Life is very precious. I just got a message from his contractor waiting to hear from this message from this realtor. Like I said, I got this house and trying to do everything to get this thing up and out of my possession, or my lender's possession. I say I got a few items over there I need to go ahead and get them removed. What else? There was one option, but let me. You throwing that option out there? It's, I don't know what the price like. Let me check on that price before I just agree with that option. Hey, Heaven, where you from? Yes, I get you. Yeah, I mean, but this area is you're gonna see a lot of it because this property sits on a main road, which got a lot of traffic back and forth on each side, and right in front of this property, it's like a. If you see the slashes above the red square, the attic is actually vented on both sides of the house as well. And I missed that the first time. So we don't need no vent. What is we saying then? What are we saying? It's been vented. It just ain't got no vent over there. I don't know. But yeah, I agree with, like I was saying, this property over here is right in, yeah, because this property gets to where the road kind of starts turning, and it can get a little tight where a little two car lane, one going one side, one going the opposite. It can get real tight. When I was over there the first time checking this property out, I was just on the street, just monitoring the traffic, and then I wanted to cross just to see the building from afar. And the traffic that I dealt with, I was like, whoa. Now the foot traffic that I seen, this restaurant, this little food joint right here, it could be $1 million operation. Because I'm telling you, this thing got foot traffic, it'll be convenient. You can't go wrong with fish and chicken in a spot like this with foot traffic. All they gonna do is walk up and get 4, 5, 6 pieces and take their butt on, man. I'm telling you. And a buddy of mine gave me this idea, but this project, he ain't even ready to take it on. But I can see the vision here. Little storefront, you walking up, especially with that brewery that's being built across the street. I'm pretty sure they're gonna have food and drinks in there, but what if you right across the street, you got hot chicken, you got hot fish, nice price, great service. It's a money maker right here. Money maker, yeah. And it all starts with vision too, man. A vision. Everybody ain't gonna have your vision. Keep that in mind. Even on my first rehab, my partner, he ain't have my vision. I kind of let him get in between that vision. But yeah, I'm from Cincinnati. Okay, you from Mississippi. Mississippi, that's what's up. You into real estate out there? What you into? I'm definitely on here looking to connect and grow. Y'all on here, hit that like button for me. Get this algorithm up. I'm looking at doing a lot more lives. Sometimes I don't know what to talk about, but I know majority of what I'll be talking about is real estate. just because that's what space I'm in, the field I'm in. I mean, I've been on it the last, might as well say 4, going on 5 years straight, real estate, trying to make the best of this opportunity. Anybody on here be using Deal Machine or Prop Stream? Any softwares y'all be using? If y'all into real estate, if y'all ain't into real estate, tell me what y'all is into, cause I could talk outside of real estate too. Family, trips we got coming that we working towards, changes in our life, where y'all from, what y'all got going on. I ain't just trying to get on here and be a rando. Shoot, I'm here to connect. That's what it's about. That's what it's about. And I do appreciate him reaching out to me, because he ain't have to. It's at the end of the day, it's all business, and I do appreciate it, because that do let me know we trying to move forward, get this thing wrapped up sooner than later. I got a closing date of March the 20th, so I got to get these repairs done well before the 20th. I like them done like last week, but that ain't how things run. Yeah, yep. And in real estate, I mean, at some point I do say it's for everybody, if you're willing to, and it depends on what part of the real estate business you want to get in. I'm always preaching wholesale, just because that's where I learned from, and from wholesaling I have learned, fix and flips. It's a lot that comes with real estate. I learned how to fix and flip. I'm pretty good at wholesaling, but in these moving parts of fixing and flipping and wholesaling, you still got to know your numbers. So that's one thing that you gotta stick with. You can't let these numbers fool you. So I'm 39. 39, yes. Be a positive 40 this year. And still got a bunch of learning to do. Still got a bunch of actions to take. Got some moving parts that I'm just trying to, solidify. Trying to generate as much income as possible, spread my knowledge. There's more than enough space and opportunity out here, so don't ever limit yourself to thinking you can't do it, because there's people that's still out here doing it, that's younger than us, older than us. It just, we can't get caught up in that space. We got to do what we got to do. And hold on, man. I know a saying that they used to say, hey, man, you can't ask a woman or a female how old they are, because they'll get offended. But, hey, listen, if you on here, hit that like button for me, man. I'm trying to see how much longer I'm gonna be on here. I got some contacts that I'm over here making. A lot of stuff what I can handle a lot of business from my phone and my computer. Even though I like being in the field, with actual people. If it take me getting on these phones and sending emails or calls and texts, I do so, just to make sure that business get handled. And by any means, we're gonna handle this business. By any means, we're gonna handle this business. How's it going with the bathroom vent situation? My neighbor does roofs and will put one in for $350, but that's the external vent only. Attic hose to be installed by you or someone small. and he can't do it this week, so the timing may not work in our favor. In other words, unless you have another resource, I'd have me reach out to my neighbor. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Grown. So, okay, look, I got this situation where we need a bathroom exhaust fan. We need the exhaust fan to be vented out through the roof or the siding of the house. It's a lender. Um, he say he got a neighbor who could put the vent on the roof and install it for 350, but he can't run the exhaust pipe to the vent. I would have to get somebody else. So, and his guy wouldn't be able to do it in a timely fashion that would be needed. So, yeah, got to research after that. But I'm waiting to hear back from the realtor to see if we can bypass that and possibly install a window. If not, I already got some idea to run this, but PVC don't cost that much. It's just getting up there in the labor quote, man, because I'll be in my head, oh, you 45, okay. That's what's up. You grown out here too. And yeah, man, hold on, do you use the same contractors for all your properties? I can't, no, now I do got a partner who we do got two solid contractors that we do try to keep them busy, but for this property that we're working on in Norwood, we had to sub out some work because Norwood was a little anal about doing rehabs and protocol in their area. So, but for sure, we do got two solid contractors that we do keep busy. Them the ones we ain't got to babysit. But outside of that, my partner, he does have some connections because he got family members and his dad had been in real estate for over 40 years. So using some of those contacts definitely helps. And also, I got a pretty good database of contractors that can do everything. It's just for me filtering contractors. Hey, come over here. Can you quote me on this? Can you come and quote me on this job? Can you quote me on this? And just building those connections and have my own little database of contractors that get work done. And when it do come to need, I do reach out to them type of guys, just because I had one-on-one feedback from them. And one thing too, if you is dealing with contractors that you ain't ever worked with, at least verify they work. Make sure they ain't out here just throwing prices and trying to get the job from you just because they in need of some money or whatever. Vet these contractors that's what it come down to, and you can vet them by just seeing if they do got other jobs that they got going on currently, or they just finished up, or they finna get into. Pictures is okay, but if you can hit a job site just to verify, I definitely say, do that. So, and what's going on, G? Yes, sir. Be great. Definitely, man. Just on here talking real estate. I got some deals and a piece of land that I'm moving at the moment, and I got a house on the market that I got some inspection period came back, so I'm working on getting a few items touched up so we can get this thing to close. And just talking about the market as well here in Cincinnati is still somewhat booming, still hitting because properties is still selling. I was just letting them know. I got a 1-bedroom house here that we listed at 189, and it got accepted for the full price offer. So trying to get this thing to close, and it just is a test. I appreciate it. This is a test of being conservative with my numbers. Even though this was my first rehab and time took its course, I still was conservative with my numbers. Even I missed a hot window where this property could have sold for probably 220, 230, and it's a 1 bedroom. But hey, things happen. I can't get mad and fuss at it. I just gotta adjust and move forward and keep things moving. So, but yeah, definitely appreciate you jumping on. At the moment, like I said, I'm dealing with this contractor issue. They throwing a few different options out there to me, and me, you can give me a quote. I ain't gonna say I ain't gonna just jump on it, but I do like to get multiple quotes just to know I'm in the same realm, especially if I don't do this work physically. Yeah, I'm gonna definitely try to get as many quotes as I can, talk to as many people just before I pull the trigger on this one quote or two quotes or whatnot. But I mean, every situation is different, so. And like I always say, man, if y'all don't hear, I definitely appreciate y'all hitting that like button. And I like to put it out there. If y'all in Cincinnati or near Cincinnati areas or surrounding, y'all know anybody in real estate or got any potential deals, you gotta connect with me. Let me know. I mean, I can plug you into the right people, connect you with the right people if that's what it take. But yeah, if y'all in real estate, let me know what y'all got going on. If y'all ain't in real estate, what y'all got going on? Where y'all from? I just received a missed call. Oh, it was spam, so it ain't come through. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I want to see you grow too, man. We out. It's a lot of space and opportunity out here. We just got to take advantage of it. We got to be intentional about it. You know, because next thing you know, you wasting time that day, 1 day, 2 day. Next thing you know, the years is gone, and you still in the same position. And I ain't here to talk about nobody, but I gotta hold myself accountable for the most part. I mean, accountability, that is a big thing, and it do weigh on me because there be certain things that I say I'm gonna do and want to do, and when I ain't getting those things done, man, I be beat myself up because I'm like, boy, you said you was gonna do this, you said you was gonna do that, get it done. And once I get it done, that's when the pressure, I can release some pressure and be like, okay, yeah, on to the next. But yeah, hold myself accountable, hold others accountable if it take that. But for the most part, hold yourself accountable as much as you can, because ain't nobody gonna care about a situation as much as you, and ain't nobody gonna get you out of that situation as much as you might need to. You can't depend on others. I mean, even though I do got a better half, I still like to hold myself accountable. It's a lot of situations that I get in that I'm like, hey, you got in this. Your kids ain't get you in. Your wife ain't get you in this. Get yourself out, man. Get yourself out. And look, man, I know I can talk all day too. But yeah, I got this opportunity for a duplex over on the west side as well. I got this lead from word of mouth, so everybody don't know about this one. But the thing is, me and this owner had been talking we're texting for about 4 months, and he finally let me get inside this property, and we end up building a nice connection and some good rapport. The thing is, this property has fire damage, and next thing you know, not fire damage, I'm sorry, this property has foundation issues. I don't know if you can see, that's one of the windows. That's some foundation issues. So fast forward. Yeah, I just checked this property out, built a rapport with this guy. Some foundation issues out going on. Next thing you know, I get out my head, start asking questions, and got some referrals of some foundation repair specialists. So from there, I'm finna get a quote from these, from these foundation specialists, just to see what the possible price is to get this foundation work done. Now, this is another case of me being in my head where I'm thinking I can acquire this property. I can see some cash flow here. It's a duplex on the very top unit on the second floor. Yeah, it's a 2-bed, 1-bath. It just got foundation issues. Might can touch up the bathroom and the kitchen. The hardwood floors look good, but like I say, this foundation issue. So on the second floor, on the first floor, it's a 2-bed, 1-bath. Foundation issues. Touch up the kitchen, touch up the bathroom. In my mind, I see cash flow. Boom. It's an owner living in this duplex, but he's not utilizing it. So I'm like, oh, this is cash flow. We just need to make these numbers work. So with me saying that, it's like I was thinking about taking this on myself, even though I don't own not a piece of rental property. I just wholesale and fix and flip. So me getting in my head, I'm thinking, oh, this might be an opportunity. But like I say, I spoke to a fellow investor and just was asking him some honest opinions of my situation. He know my situation where I'm actively making income, not passively, and looking to take on properties like this, and came to realization that, I mean, this property do got potential, but it could be over my head, and I ain't trying to get over my head with property. So, and get in situations that's gonna make it bad for when I want to do further real estate investing. So, with me saying that is, even though I don't got this property under contract, I'm still doing the proper due diligence to as if I did have it under contract, and this would set me up to either have a potential to buy this and acquire it at a good price. Like I said, you got to buy it at the price to where if you bought this right now, you can turn around the next minute and sell it and make a profit. That's when you know you buying stuff at a deal, or a good enough deal. So, like I said, I was in my head about purchasing this property and doing due diligence as if I got this property under contract. And I got 2 foundation specialists coming out this weekend to give me quotes, which would support my offer. Because when I did go and check this property out about 3 weeks ago, you know, we had great connection, great rapport. I could tell he wanted to do business with me. I want to do business with him. And you know, when I was leaving, I'm like, hey man, I'm gonna do my due diligence on my end, do some more research and whatnot, and I'll get back to you with an offer. He was like, I mean, okay, I mean, how soon would you get back to me, in a couple weeks, a month, or what? I say, no, I can get back to you with my offer within a day or two. And that was just me like putting a little buffer. I could have gave him an offer right then on spot or the next day, but like I say, I start thinking about it like, man, I don't want to throw out just any low number or any number and it, you know, leave a sour taste in his mouth. Like, man, he just threw a number without supporting it. Anytime I'm giving an offer, I'm gonna support it. So me backtracking and texting this seller like, hey, I know I say I'll get this offer to you in a day or two, but honestly, I wouldn't feel comfortable giving you an offer if I don't know the price of these repairs that I'm looking at. So he was cool with that. I got some referrals on foundation repairs, so I'm finna get out here this weekend. They gonna walk this property at the same time. I got 2 of them coming at the same time because that was one of the stipulations. Seller like, hey man, I appreciate, I mean, you trying to get guys out here, but one thing, could you get them all on the same day if possible? I said, I try. Me trying, I guess it worked in my favors. So we finna get out here this weekend, check out this property. I'm gonna have these guys write me up a quote that will support my offer being what my offer is. I ain't finna just say it's a low offer, but it's an honest offer. I'm gonna stay true to my number. I'm gonna use this foundation quote plus other little repairs that might be needed before presenting my offer. And by me having things to support my offer, it'll make me look more qualified, more legit. And at the end of the day, like I say, spoke to a partner, fellow investor, and just reset my expectations and said this ain't a good fit for me unless I was to partner up with somebody who do got experience or whatnot. So that's still on the table. But other than that, I would be in position to move this deal to a potential end buyer, you know. So that's the realm of wholesaling. Um, yeah, and if y'all got any questions or thoughts about real estate, I know I can talk that all day. Do y'all want to talk about anything outside of that? I don't really talk about a lot about politics or nothing like that, but real estate, life, making some money, seizing opportunities, yeah, we could talk all about that. Family. What's this quote? I don't need that. Hold on, let me just see if I can. Did I take pictures on it? No. And again, I appreciate y'all jumping on here, man. Listen. That's that guy, man. That's when we went to Vegas for my brother's birthday. What y'all want me to talk about, man? What y'all talking about? Yeah. Definitely walk that property with a GC. Small multifamilies, that's what's up, man. Like I say, I'm looking to acquire my first. I'm good with numbers, repairs, and all of that, but looking to definitely take on the challenge of acquiring my first. And congrats to you on your journey. Congrats. I don't know how long you've been in it, but I still like to say congrats, man. It's another picture of a vacant lot that I'm working on right now. I know it look crazy, but working on getting this lot under contract with at least 3 others. So it'll be 4 total parcels under contract that I'm in a partnership. I'll be looking to move as well. So look, man, I ain't finna do nothing. I'm finna still continue to handle some business, send these texts, these emails, make these calls. Before I have to run some more errands. Again, I definitely appreciate whoever jumped on here and gave me some view, whether that was a second, 10 seconds, 30, a minute, it don't matter. I appreciate it. Hopefully you hit that like button. This here is the plot of land that I'm working on getting under contract to kind of move. I ain't saying kind of, but to move, generate some type of income. So again, thank y'all. Blessed and best. We on here talking about real estate. We talking about money, and we talking about the market. And let me go back to that market, like I say. That's the Cincinnati market. That ain't the whole Cincy. That just a little screenshot I did. But just to show, property still getting listed. They still selling. You're gonna see price reductions in certain areas, but That's if them properties listed too high. But for the most part, it's still a nice market in Cincinnati. Things still selling. Things still being bought. So yeah, man, definitely appreciate y'all jumping on this live. I'm finna jump off of here and continue my day. Handle some more of this BI. Power partnership, man. I'm gonna talk about this before I dip too. Um, but yeah, I started talking about these land opportunities that I was coming across, and I started off talking about how I'm used to wholesaling a physical property, and I had this land opportunity that I came across, and I was gonna purchase this first plot of land for me to acquire for myself, but it wasn't looking like a good fit, so I ended up wholesaling it, and that sparked my interest to look into more land deals. And again, I'm part of the local Cincinnati RIA, so we connected with other RIAs around. We got one of the best RIAs in town, and people do put themselves out there and say what they do and what they looking for. So me, I'm always putting myself out there. Hey, I'm into real estate wholesaling. I'm always looking for deals or dead leads or some leads that could potentially be wholesaled, or put myself out there. And there's others, hey, it's others that put themselves out there. I'm land flipper. Well, fast forward, I connected with this lady. She's into wholesaling land, and the good thing about it is that I always say you ain't got to know everything in this business. You just need to know certain people. So with that being said, I know somewhat about land. I done watched some tutorials, or I done probably even set in on a land course, a class or something. So I do know the basics of land and wholesaling. I just hadn't did no deep dive or had a case study until I did my first land wholesaling deal. So me partnering up with this lady, I mean, like I say, you don't gotta know everything. You just need to know certain people. So me, I can get an address, I can email it, text it to her. She gonna do the due diligence, let me know what it's worth, the whole nine, the details, to where this could help me go back and negotiate and lock up deals at the price that we can, to create some margin, some spread in there. And like I say, it's all with the partner. It's all with the power of partnership, and just linking up with the right people that's like-minded. Me sending her addresses or parcel numbers for land uh, takes a lot off of my time, for as me doing digging or due diligence, looking into this potential opportunity. She's pretty quick at it. She can get the address, do her due diligence, send me back an email. I can take it from there. We always in communication, so she takes a load off of me having to do digging into uh, information about this land and everything. So I do appreciate that, to where we finna do our first land deal, and it's gonna be a case study. Potential partnerships and all of that. So let's get it. If you on here, hit that like button for me. Hit that like button for me, because we on here got this screenshot of this hot market back here in Cincinnati. Hit that like button, because we looking to buy more property. All in this area. This area is I ain't gonna say kind of, but it is pretty hot. A lot of houses being listed around this area and surrounding areas. On up. So So if you're on here, hit that like button, man. We're looking to buy as many properties as we can. We're looking to buy wholesale as many properties as we can. Looking to acquire. Anybody on here own real estate, into basketball, y'all sports betting, group homes, Section 8, which y'all into? Y'all into chefs? Y'all any chefs on here? Any caterers? Who on here? I'm trying to connect. I'm trying to expand my network. I got family in Atlanta. We got family in Alabama. We got family in Cali, Ohio, North Carolina. We got family. Dallas. Come on. Houston. Where y'all from? Put it in the comments. Let me know where y'all from. Y'all into content creating? Let me know where y'all from, what y'all doing, huh? And again, I appreciate whoever jumped on here, hit that subscribe or that like button. That's just one thing it's really about, you know. It's just a connection, so. Thanks for the love. Thanks for the likes, man. Whoever on here jumping on. I know I can talk a head off about real estate. I can talk a head off. Hold on, let me text. What y'all got going on? What y'all working on, man? What y'all got going on? What y'all working on? What y'all got going, man? Time is money. Time is money. Is y'all at work? Is y'all off work? What y'all doing? Y'all keeping them fluids in y'all? Nothing like some ice cold water, man. Y'all got anybody who live near Cincinnati? Where y'all from? Yeah, I love visiting Vegas, Atlanta, Virginia. Where y'all from? I ain't finna be on here too much longer. I got a few things that I'm finna handle. But again, thanks for y'all jumping on, man. I will be back on here another time. Until next time, man, let's keep investing. Let's keep investing, man. Let's spread the word to each other. Let's connect, man. I'm a human being just like you. I don't know what you got going on, but let me know. I'm into real estate, family, traveling, making money, spending money, investing money. Y'all into stocks? Anybody into crypto? Let me know. Put it in the comments. Hit that like button. Just trying to grow and connect. This screenshot behind me is it's the Cincinnati market. It's still going crazy out here. Still going crazy. Got a lot of people from out of town investing money here, buying deals, the whole nine. All right, that's my cue. I'll see y'all later, man. It was good to hop on here. Until next time.